자, 안녕하세요. 스트랜딩 플레이 이어서 하도록 하겠습니다. 또 게임 업데이트가 있었더라고요. 그래가지고 또 쌤 불러와야 되는 것 같고.
Terrific work, Sam. You were amazing in there.
가면 되겠지?
My word. My word.
Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
게임 볼륨이 좀 큰 것 같아.
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knott. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam. Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armour protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armoured units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armoured enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalise your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Feels good.
Come back, Chloe.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
한 10탑에 커서를 내면 원격으로 이용 가능? 아, 탑 본격으로 쓸 수 있다고 안 했냐? 어떻게 한 거야?
Sam, are you planning on entering enemy territory while carrying all that? With that much cargo on you, they'll spot you in no time. Why not stash your backpack and any excess equipment somewhere safe? And take only what you'll need for now.
우리는 딱 장착한 것만 들고 있는구나.
Construction process now complete.
저기 생각보다 많네.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
일단 저 감시탑 때문에 이쪽으로 가는 게 맞을 것 같고. 이쪽을 보고 있냐? 이용함사 같은 게 될 리는 없잖아. 그럼 기다려보자. 아, 마치 총 가져올 거야.
Sam. You've disabled the target. And don't forget to collect your things before moving on.
아! 얼탱이가 없네. 뒤를 안 볼 것 같았는데 와버리네. 으로 가면 되겠지.
Okay, just a bit further now.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Hold on. You're with Drawbridge, am I right?
호시노게?
Hope the brigands weren't too much trouble. Though you look okay. Glad you can make it. All right. Let's take a look at this cargo of yours. Look at the shine on this. Hot damn. Where the hell did you find this? You are the best. I'll definitely have more work for you if you want. I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay, use your Cupid to hook me up.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This is really something. I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. And with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. I'll need more time to figure it out. Anyway, I'll send you updates via the SSS. That Tarman's the one who recorded it. Said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Have a listen. Call me crazy, but we might be dealing with something like a whale. Another interesting thing to note, creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid the source. There's not much else I can say with confidence. However, give me some time to analyze it, and I might get you some answers. Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all about weapons. This is way back in the day, when I was traveling in search of new music. Well, he said I'd need to protect myself, taught me how to use it and everything. But I never did in the end. Just as well, I'm better with instruments, you know? Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well, so it ought to pack one hell of a punch. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you. Do what you gotta. Yep, I can really immerse myself in my work here. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard by anyone else. Still, that's about to change. Because of that update I pushed you earlier, the new music player function, remember? In it, you'll find a sample of my work. And when you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing somewhere, why don't you take a listen? Gotta get going, huh? Well, hey, thank you for the help. You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor thing. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. It's kind of worrying. Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask, if that's cool. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart, even though I tried my best to keep it safe. I've tracked it to this dangerous place. Too dangerous for someone like me. The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something tells me you'll deliver. Get it? Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort Knot. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed just prior to this eruption as well. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related to these events, so we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
보스전인가?
Order completed. Well done.
A new feature has been made available for use.
Hello!
확대 축소는 없나?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
앵커랑 사다리가 좀 많이 필요할 것 같은데.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Came in handy.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
아니 뭐야 이거. 이용할 수 있나? 우와 이씨 존나 위험했다. 뭐지?
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hey, Sam, I've been waiting for you. Decided to take on that order, huh? Okay, I'll check out the cargo then. delivery. You're always there just when I need you. Allow me to express my gratitude with this data. Do you have enough materials? Why don't I increase the amount you withdraw from here?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
You are incredible. And with talents like those, you might even catch their eye. The Tarlake twins, that is. I went and shared another music sample with you, by the way. If you can, I would love it if you had a listen. That's right, or so I've heard. They live on the edge of a tar lake to explore the limits of what a human being can handle. Only interested in meeting exceptional folks capable of pushing said limits. Sadly, nobody has come along that fits the bill. Makes for an interesting story, huh? Which has me wondering, what kind of person would be good enough? Yeah, got it from a kindred spirit in the UCA. Stuff that'll hit you right in the Kandha. A classic tune. When you head back to your room, have a listen. For real, you'll be hooked. Again, thank you so much, Sam. It's weird, though. How did something I know I'd stored safely end up in a place like that? Anyway, you might want to keep an eye on your own stuff. Take care, and please come back soon.
Order completed. Well done.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted.
Thank you. Okay, peace.
Good morning to you, Sam.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam? Apropos of nothing, the brigands object to virtually all forms of change. Which begs the question of how they managed to get their hands on that disruptor device, or chiral jammer, doesn't it? Sam, is that Horizon Dreamer I spy in your music collection? That's one of Daiichi Miura's best songs. I'd love to hear it again, to listen and remember my family. Sam, apparently you can create your own custom playlist for the music player. If you have any recommendations, I'm all ears, Sam.
音の中で君を探してる霧の中で朽ち果ててもさま 闇の中で君を愛してる刻む一泊の永遠を歌の中で
Was that Tasty Sam?
探してる波の中で漂う今の中で君を愛してる刻む一泊の永遠を音の中で Just like the guy whose feet are too
이상 현상의 원인을 조사하세요.
for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just
We're nearly at our destination. See anything suspicious?
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Huh? The kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. Goddamn shame. Then what, you just lug in that coffin or pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
What a hit! Cliche, but that one's gotta hurt. Nice one! That one seems to have done some damage. Oh boy, that must hurt. Well done, Sam. That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark.
총을 다 날려버렸네. 아, 근데 EX 그레네이드를 안 가져왔구나.
Nice one! That one seems to have done some damage.
건물.
Are you okay, Sam? That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Cairo network.
Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? We owe you one. What in the hell was that thing anyway? It looked like a machine, but None I've ever seen before. Right. We need to assess the situation. Wow. I honestly had no idea you were that skilled. I hope we can continue to rely on you in the future. This moment's been a long time coming. Please use your Cupid to connect us.
올리비아. 항문을 적재하거나 허리에 부착.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great! No issues establishing a chiral network connection. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we study it, you know? If we learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge right away. Thanks again for coming to our rescue.
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the chiral network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new Plategate to manifest as well. We are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality, and ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril, but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break aboard the DHV Magellan.
Order completed. Well done. Very impressive work, Sam.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
it was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off. none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the chiral network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
왠지 힉스는 아닐 것 같은데. 그냥 가면을 쓴 이유가 목소리도 변조할 수 있고.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
Sam, this is Tarman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the chiral network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well. If you're curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on, you can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
이런 이동이 된다는 뜻인가? 새로운 기능? 메뉴가 열릴 때마다
Oh boy. I really miss the taste of food. Sam, been a while since you had a proper shower, wouldn't you say? You know, I've been thinking about what happened to Lou. Fragile holds herself personally responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence, and Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand her position. Woo-hoo-hoo! Looking clean as a whistle. That masked man, that was Higgs, wasn't it? I had no idea he commanded such terrible powers. To summon a giant mech single-handedly. I expect he's behind recent disruptions to the tar currents too. Well, you don't have to face him alone, Sam. You have me for backup.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions.
But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main order on the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal. So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending the network. That is a task only you can handle. As the network grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal to further our efforts. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at West Fort Knott has been resolved. It appears that they're in dire need of additional supplies, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next destination. This next order is intended to alleviate the situation. You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order and link up West Fort Knott. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the details as you review the map. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make this main order your top priority. All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHV Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1,
The location has been marked for you on your map. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will allow you to restore the facility to working order. Next, access the terminal again to commence mining operations. If all goes well, a large quantity of materials should be extracted. You'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knott. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing and to finally complete the order. That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route to the mine north of F1.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try fabricating one and loading the materials onto it. And when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard and kick the ground and use it as a makeshift skateboard. Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function, so keep a supply on hand.
Floating carriers can be loaded with cargo once deployed in the field.
there's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Let's get a move on. This one's for you.
nasasaktan ako.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some materials?
Please submit materials.
Very good, Sam. Now all you have to do is load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin by accessing that delivery terminal.
equipment locker. The cargo can be delivered via the terminal.
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome! With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport materials from the mines. Right. Sorry. Let's take a look at these materials you brought. Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Oh, here's a little something extra as thanks. I got them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item, I hear. We really appreciate your help. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's going to take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and monorails to working order. But at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with relatively minimal effort. That's going to go a long way towards getting other sections up and running again. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. I'm pretty fond of them myself. It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle, boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too, attach all kinds of different parts as you like. That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their data as soon as it's ready. The schematics for this vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the chiral network, which means that we can look forward to other people drafting even more new parts. Sure, the monorail network was extensive and once stretched across a good chunk of Australia's coastline. But repeated exposure to timefall has seen it degrade significantly. And with the constant threat of BTs and armed groups, it's not been possible to repair the damage. If you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to feed it any materials you can spare. Even a small contribution will make a difference. Anyway, just something to think about. We're so grateful for the assistance, Sam. You've been a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next delivery too.
안녕하세요.
But first,
감사합니다.
I have some information to share with you. About Lou. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Order completed. Well done.
Vehicle customization services now available.
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that pretty much is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there, by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me. Good morning, Sam. There are organisms in this area that I don't believe I've ever laid eyes on before. My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Apparently, they will drain your batteries if you come into contact with them. There may be other deleterious effects for all we know. And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. It's not like they drop coins when defeated. That's Tarman's son. He must have placed the photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son?
Thank you. Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. You want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named it. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Strip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Stop!
And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but that was the first time I've heard him speak about his son in that fashion. It made me wish that I could do something, anything to ease his burden. But setting aside those feelings, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Why does it treat me as though I'm a threat? Does it just hate me? Reincarnation or not, perhaps it's still a cat at heart. That looks wonderful. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 주셔서 감사했고 방종하도록 하겠습니다.